Graham Gano is fourth on the NFL's all-time list by making 37 consecutive field goals. Now, this year, he's made 7 of 10 from 50 yards and beyond. And, Graham, I need to ask you, from a mental approach, is there much of a difference between kicking one that's shorter, or like 30 yards or so, and kicking one that's much longer than 50?
I try to approach every kick as if it's the same as far as my form is and everything. But yeah, I mean, definitely when you have distance, come into play and winds and, the different stadiums you're kicking in, it all factors into it. And I'm blessed and lucky to have a good special teams unit here around me. Casey and Riley do a really good job, make my job really easy. And the guys protecting for me do a good job as well. So there's so much that goes into it. But from a mental approach, I just try to treat every kick the same.
Now, you're tied for third in NFL history with a 63-yard kick. It was with Carolina against the Giants back in 2018. Is that the most difficult field goal that you've ever tried, or were there possibly bad weather conditions and different circumstances that made another one much more tough for you?
There's been a bunch I can think of that, looking back, you kind of try it out on the field and you're like, man, everything's got to go right for this one. Funny enough, the 63-yarder, it's one of those kicks where you don't really have a lot of pressure on you because it's such a, I feel like the expectations are so low for you to hit that one. So, you go out there and just try to give it your best shot. The 54-yarder in Philadelphia 2 weeks ago was pretty difficult. The wind was in our face and coming from the side. So that was difficult. It was swirling. And then back in 2015, there was a game against the Colts where it was a Monday Night Football game in the pouring rain. A lot of those games where the weather plays a factor is they're a little bit more difficult than usual.
The Giants are number 2 in kickoff coverage in the National Football League, only allowing 18 yards per return. You are a part of that. Why do you think this unit has been so successful?
I'm not surprised by the success we've had as a whole on our kickoff unit because the guys take so much pride in what they do, all over the field. So we know that if, we're going up against a team that has a certain formation that we want to try to exploit, that, we're going to be able to do that. And whether I'm putting it short right, short left, deep right, deep left, wherever it is on the field, the guys on our unit are going to be able to go down there and make the play. So I've got a lot of confidence in those guys. And, it's fun for me as well, just being able to try and hit those different kicks and show that, I can be versatile in that way as well.
And speaking about Washington, DeAndre Carter is number 2 in the NFL this year in kickoff returns at 25.5 yards a pop. As a kicker, how aware are you of the kickoff return guy down the field? Or is it the kind of thing where you block that out and you just have to follow the instructions that you're given by the coaches?
You definitely know who's back there. Playing in Chicago last week, I knew that guy was explosive. I actually told him after the game, I said he's a pain to kick to because, you do have to, strategize for kicking to guys like that. And over the years, I've kicked to a lot of good returners, the Devin Hesters, the Antonio Cromarties, those type of guys. And you have to respect how good those guys are because if you don't, that's when they'll gas you.
A belated Happy New Year to you, Graham. Thanks so much for stopping by. Best of luck. Have a great offseason. Again, thanks so much for your time.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.